giving a presentation about the ecological importance of seagrass meadows. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40. Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be presenting my research on one of the most productive yet often overlooked ecosystems on the planet, seagrass meadows. To begin, it's important to clarify what seagrass actually is. Many people confuse it with seaweed, but there is a fundamental biological difference. Unlike algae or seaweed, seagrasses are fully terrestrial plants that have migrated back into the ocean. This means they are true flowering plants, complete with roots, stems, and leaves, which produce seeds and pollen underwater. You will mostly find these meadows in shallow, sheltered coastal waters. The reason they are restricted to shallow depths is simple. They are photosynthetic plants, meaning they need access to sunlight to generate energy. If the water is too deep or too murky, they simply cannot survive. One of the most critical physical features of seagrass is its root system. These roots form a dense mat under the sand. This is crucial because it anchors the sediment, effectively stopping coastal erosion during storms and strong currents. Now, moving on to their chemical impact. You may have heard the term blue carbon. This refers to carbon captured by the world's ocean and coastal ecosystems. Seagrass is a powerhouse in this regard. While trees store carbon in their wood, seagrass meadows store most of their carbon in the soils underneath them. Because the soil is underwater and lacks oxygen, the carbon doesn't decompose and release back into the atmosphere. In fact, research shows that seagrass meadows can bury carbon up to 35 times faster than tropical rainforests. Let's look at biodiversity. These meadows are teeming with life. Their dense leaves provide a complex structure that serves as a vital nursery for young fish. Many commercially important fish species spend the early parts of their lives hiding here before moving to deeper waters. Furthermore, seagrass is a direct food source. There are large marine grazers that rely almost exclusively on it. The most notable examples are the dugongs, sometimes called sea cows, and green turtles. Without healthy meadows, these populations would collapse. Additionally, seagrass acts as a natural water filter. As water flows through the meadow, the leaves slow the current down, causing suspended particles to drop to the bottom. They also absorb nutrients, which helps reduce bacteria and other pathogens in the water, making the environment safer for coral reefs nearby. Unfortunately, these ecosystems are disappearing at an alarming rate. The primary cause is human activity. Nutrient pollution from agriculture causes algae to bloom, blocking the light the seagrass needs. There is also direct physical damage. In popular tourist areas, extensive scars are found on the seabed caused by boat anchors. When a boat drops anchor, it rips up the root mat, which can take decades to recover. So what is being done? Restoration efforts are underway, but they are difficult. Unlike planting trees, you can't just buy saplings. Divers often have to harvest seeds by hand from wild meadows, which is incredibly time-consuming and expensive. Therefore, the most effective strategy right now is conservation rather than restoration. Successful projects have found that the key is not just science, but society. Engaging the local community, including fishermen and boat operators, to establish no-anchor zones has proven to be the most successful way to save these underwater meadows.